Welcome back, everybody. I haven't been posting any video for the last 2 weeks because I've been very busy. Lots of stuff happening in my life. So I've been I really miss recording actually. And obviously for the past two weeks, lots of things have been happening. The Venezuelan war finally happens, and also Trump is threatening Iran. So welcome back to the Batman podcast. Alrighty, let's get started. So, I've been very disappointed with what's going on lately, okay? I don't know what is going on with Trump. I don't know what is going on with the US. They have become a pariah state. They finally invaded Venezuela and they have captured Maduro. He is on trial in the US right now. And recently, Trump just threatens Iran if Iran ever harm any protesters, he said that he will take action against Iran. Okay, so I'm just going to play you guys a couple of videos, and then I will provide my commentary as per usual. Okay.
On as a new wave of deadly protests spread across that country. Listen.
In the past, they've started shooting the hell out of people, and all of a sudden, people without any weapons whatsoever are standing there and you have machine guns gunning them down, or they take them to prisons and then hang them and kill them. So they played rough, and I said, if they do that, we're going to hit them very hard. Well, we're going to hit them hard. We're ready to do it. If they do that, we're going to hit them hard. I have put Iran on notice. If they do anything bad to these people, we're going to hit them very hard.
So I can't stand this man, okay? I don't know why so many Americans voted for him. I don't know why so many Americans are still his supporters. I mean, like, this guy is a nutcase. I don't get it, okay? Why would he care about whatever happening in Iran, okay? Why? In America, there are so many problems that you need to solve to begin with. I mean, like the homelessness problem, the drug problems in America. Shouldn't that be your top priority? So what is going on? You are not putting America first, okay? You are fighting and scrambling to hold on to the American empire, okay? That is what he wants, okay? And it's not even American empire, okay? If we're being honest, this is not about America. Whatever happens in Iraq doesn't affect America at all, okay? Whatever happens in Iraq affects Israel. Okay, so this has been Israel's war. Okay, as usual, Americans become their proxy. Okay, how many dead bodies and military dead bodies is enough for you guys? Okay, how many is enough? Now, I know a lot of Americans don't support this, but a lot of Americans do support this. Okay, I mean, like, let's not kid ourselves. Okay, sure. Okay, I pity all those Americans who are anti-wars and so on and are not pro war with Iran and so on. Okay, I get it. Okay, but to those, especially these evangelists, I cannot stand them. Okay, I did a video about evangelical Christian. They are literally the ISIS of the West. Okay, I can't stand them. Okay, but what is it that you have against Muslims so much? Just a question. Okay, if there is any Christians that is watching this, evangelical Christian that is watching this, I just want to know what is it that you have against Muslims so much? Is it because you want the second coming of Jesus to happen ASAP? I mean, like, it's so stupid if that's your justification. It means that you are no different than ISIS. You're a bunch of warmongering people, okay? And if it wasn't for people like you voting for Trump and still supporting him until today when you all should be protesting on the streets. I mean, like another war after two disastrous war in the 21st century. Not to mention how many tax dollars being sent to Israel and rebel groups all over the Middle East when those money could be spent at home in the US. I don't get it. I mean, like previously, I did a video on this professor called his name is Professor Jiang Zuchin. Okay, he was talking about Pax Judaica, and he was saying that America is going to go into civil war. Okay, and now we've seen not only they are they going to go into civil war, they have already gone into war with Venezuela, probably with Iran too. Okay, and then America is threatening war with Canada, Greenland, Mexico, like it's crazy, okay? And then Europe is going to go to war with Russia because we have seen that America is unwilling to continue the Russia-Ukraine war, okay? So Europe is probably going to take over from America. And then Japan and China and India, the world, basically the world is going to go into an all-out war. World War III is coming. At this point, I don't think we can avoid that, okay? Unless by some miracle, some people manage to put it to a stop. I don't see how World War III is not gonna happen, okay? And I'm furious about that. Sorry, guys. What was I saying? Oh yeah, a world war is coming. Okay. So his theory is that at some point America is going to be pushed out of the Middle East and Israel and Iran will be totally completely destroyed. They're gonna win the war, but they're gonna suffer a lot of destruction. Okay. And then probably I've seen a headline where UAE and Saudi Arabia is probably going to war as well. I don't know. The region I haven't read it. I've just read the headline. Okay. I haven't gone into details because I've been very busy the past 2 weeks. But I feel like the entire Middle East is going to self-destruct as well. And his prediction is that after all is said and done, Israel is going to benefit from all of this. And America is going to be pushed out of the Middle East and they will take over all this American military equipment and bases sorry, not equipment, bases in the Middle East. So they will become the major power of the Middle East. And he's predicting that it they will become the major power of the world as well, the major superpower, the sole superpower, because all countries, all of the major powers of the world will already be self-destruct by then. Okay, now from my previous video I did disagree a little bit with him where I was saying that it's true, I do feel like Israel is going to rule the world, but it's not going to happen in the Middle East, it's going to happen to you in Ukraine. And I feel like this war is important because of what they need to justify, they need a complete destruction of Israel to justify reverse migration to Ukraine. Okay. This is what it is all about. And you can see, I'm gonna provide you a map of Latin America, okay? This is it.
It's a cancer spreading. Now, this makes sense to me when we look at the Israel factor with Maduro's kidnapping. They've almost captured all of South America. What you have left now, you see Brazil, Guyana is very smaller up there. Here's Venezuela right there. They're going to come for Brazil too at some point. This is not over. That's the thing. Like, none of these countries are safe.
And you can see from Latin America, all of the countries that are against Israel, not all, but almost all of the countries that are against Israel has been taken out one by one, okay? Venezuela is one of the last country in Latin America that is still pro-Palestine. and anti-Israel, okay? But look at what happened. How convenient. And remember, a couple of months ago, Donald Trump announced a tariff on Brazil. When Brazil suffers quite a large trade deficit with the US. Okay, so there's no justification for this tariff to begin with. But based on the map, Brazil is anti-Israel. See what they're doing. I feel like America is not only going to go into a civil war, they're gonna go into wars with so many countries that has been against Israel. So that when Pax Judica finally happens, Israel will rule the world with all countries that has been replaced as their puppet. All the leaders has been replaced as their puppet. One world government. This is all what has been happening, okay? And it's interesting because recently I've seen on Twitter there is somewhat of a push of algorithm of Reza Pahlavi, which is he is the son, if I'm not mistaken. If he is not the son, he is the grandson of the Shah of Iran, okay? But it's like they're trying to push for Reza Pahlavi to be the next ruler of Iran, okay? And if you've seen my interview with Colonel Towner Watkins, Reza Pahlavi, oh, sorry, the Shah of Iran was not a great leader. In fact, he was a terrible leader. He doesn't care if Iranian eats or not. He doesn't care about infrastructure and so on. Look at the data, okay? During his rule, literacy rate was its literacy rate did improve, but it was a very slow process, okay? And the Shah invested a lot in infrastructure in Iranian big cities, okay, but he completely abandons the rural areas. It's true. Mossadegh, which was the prime minister, they had Iranian wanted election at some point. Okay, so they elect this guy Mossadegh. He become a prime minister for 1 or 2 years. Okay, he wanted, because at that time the British, they have set up BP in Iran. Okay, they dominated the Iranian oil and gas sector. Okay, so they have an agreement of 86% profit to BP and 14% profit to the Iranian government. Okay, and Mossadegh was like, hell no. Especially after Saudi Aramco managed to make a deal with the UK for a 50-50 split of profits, okay? So when Mossadegh take over, he wanted the same deal as Saudi Arabia, but the British said, not gonna happen. So they coup him and they put him into a house arrest for the rest of his life, okay? And then they replaced them with the Shah, who really doesn't give a about Iranian, okay? I mean, like the development progress was so slow, okay? Considering how much money they receive, especially we're talking about the 70s, okay? During the oil boom, okay? The 70s where oil prices went high, skyrocket out of control, and the Shah received a lot of money, and he basically did nothing. I mean, like he did a lot, quite a lot, but considering how much money he received, he could have done a lot more, okay? And he completely abandons the rural area. That his descendant is the kind of guy that they want to replace. I'm going to show you a video of Reza Pahlavi, okay? So here it is. No, this is the guy that they want to replace the current government. I always forget the supreme leader of Iran name. Let me Google first. Supreme leader of Iran. Ali Khamenei. Okay. They want to replace Ali Khamenei with Reza Pahlavi. Are you kidding me? That guy who acts like he is stoned, dancing like he's what, 20 years old in a club? That's the guy they want to replace. This is giving me Javier Milei kind of vibe. Okay. Like just a bunch of idiots, Javier Milei and also Zelensky kind of vibe. Just a bunch of idiot. Put them as a puppet so that they will do whatever we want. Nah, don't get me wrong, I'm not the biggest fan of the Islamic Republic of Iran as well. I'm not the biggest fan of Ali Khamenei as well. Okay. But look at the stats, okay? Statistics. Under the Islamic Republic of Iran, literacy rate, like in just 2 decades, it reached 90%, okay? The Islamic Republic of Iran, they invested in highways all over the place, okay? They managed to build roads in rural area and so on. And mind you, this come at a time when Iran was fighting a war against Iraq in the 80s, okay? And also at a time when during the 90s, when was the sanction? I think it was the 90s, 80s, I think. At a time when they were under sanction from literally the entire world, okay? Compare that to the Shah of Iran, when there was no sanction, there was no war, and what did he do? So, I mean, like the Islamic Republic of Iran, they're not like they're evil, okay? They're not an angel, but how is Reza Pahlavi better? Okay, I don't get it. Watch my previous interview with Colonel Towner Watkins, okay? She explained it that every time there is a government that doesn't follow the elite's instruction, or she called it the oligarchs, okay? The oligarchs' instruction, they will be dethroned. Their government will be dethroned, okay? Basically, not the West, the US, they want complete control over Iranian oil, okay? That's it. And the examples of Venezuela, I mean, like, I was shocked when Trump was saying that he wants Venezuelan oil for free. Are you kidding me? So this is the American culture, stealing resources? And it's not like these resources is going to be used to build infrastructure at home. Anyway, it's going to be used for war, upcoming wars that they are planning. Okay, so good luck to all Americans right out there. And to all those Americans who actually supports this war with Venezuela, Iran, and so on, I hope you're happy with the result you're gonna get in the next few years, okay? I really do. Okay. America is not going to be the only superpower anymore. It's not even going to be a superpower in my opinion, okay? It's going to be like just the typical Latin American countries, okay? Lots of drugs problem, lots of cartels problem. You just wait and see. And the whole ICE thing, you thought it is about uh kicking out immigrants? No, it is about the surveillance state. This is their test, okay? They want to test whether you are obedient or not, whether you will follow to the instructions or not, okay? So, to those people who supported this war, you guys better be prepared, okay? And as I was saying, in my previous video, okay, I hope, I hope more of the major podcaster will start speaking out about this, okay? Because so far I have been pushing this all over the place for this story to go viral, but nobody seems to be interested in it except for some small time podcaster like me, okay? I've been pushing Candace Owens, where are you? Tucker Carlson, where are you? Kim Iverson, where are you? Okay. Please start talking about the new Kazaria project because I am telling you, if the from now on, if I'm going to address the race that starts with the word J and end with the word W, I'm going to call them Judy. Okay. Please, please start covering about the new Kazaria project. Okay, because once the Judy get control of Ukraine, it's really game over for the rest of us. Okay, they're gonna have Russia as their biggest ally. Okay, they're gonna make Russia rich. They're gonna make China rich. Russia and China is going to be their next biggest ally. Okay, and they're gonna control them. They have all the money. America is going to self-destruct. That's going to be the destruction is going to be so bad, in my prediction, that many American companies, who let's be honest, many of the major companies are all owned by the Judis, by the way. So once all of the destruction happens in America, they're gonna ditch America for New Caesarea. Okay, so wake up. Okay, don't buy the story. I don't get it. Why is it that still millions of Americans are still in the army? Quit en masse, okay? If nobody is left to fight their war, they won't start the war to begin with. If millions of America quit the army right now, they can start a war, okay? So quit en masse, start a movement, okay? You guys know this is 2025, this is not 2003, okay? This is 2025. We all know that the government is evil, okay? All government. I'm not just talking about the US government, okay? The world is a stage. I've been saying it over and over again. The world is a stage, okay? The US, Russia, China, they're all, it's just a spectacle, okay? Give them a standing ovation already. So, in fact, I'm not just saying this to the American army, to the Russian army, Chinese army, Japanese army. Quit en masse, okay? It's not worth it. Right now, the Judies, they want us all to fight against each other while they laugh their way to the bank, okay? So please wake up, people. And please, if by some miracles, Candace Owens, you see this video, Tucker Carlson, Kim Iverson, if you see this video, please cover this, okay? We still have a little bit of time. We probably still can make some changes, okay? But I can't do anything because I'm such a small podcaster. I have such a small channel. I am not influential enough. We need people like you to start speaking out about this, okay? So, I don't know. I wish I could end this video with a more positive light, but I don't see any. So, anyway, if you like this type of content, kindly subscribe to my channel. If you like this video, press the like button and also leave some comment. Until we see you again, bye bye.